Hi, how are you? I hope you are fine. Okay, today again we will do an essay drill revision for Biology STPM. Okay, so today we will do revision for one essay question consists of 15 marks. Okay, the essay question is this. Name a ground tissue that can be found abundantly in the durian flesh. Then describe the structures related to the function of the named ground tissue. This question consists of 5 marks. So first, marks will be given if you answer ground tissue in durian flesh is a parenchyma tissue. Okay, so this durian flesh is a parenchyma tissue. Okay, so the structure of the parenchyma tissue has relatively thin and flexible primary walls and lack of secondary walls. So that's why durian flesh very tender and soft. Okay, so the function of this structure to allow the elongation of cells, or you can answer to remain alive at maturity. And the structure of thin and flexible primary walls and lack of secondary walls also function to retain the ability to divide and differentiate into other type of plant cells under special conditions to allow easy passage of sugars of water. And also the structure. Okay, so another point, sorry, so another mark given for the structure and function of this structure, okay, has large central vacuole, so to function synthesizing and storing pigments or storing organic products or starch or ions or soluble nutrients. So for all these points that you mentioned here, maximum you will obtain 5 marks. Sorry, this is not 6, but 5 marks. Refer to the questions given. Okay, let's revise back. What is a ground tissue? So the ground tissue of plants includes all tissues that are neither dermal or vascular. We said that all the other tissue in a plant that is not dermal tissue or vascular tissue. So all other tissue from other than these tissues, dermal and vascular tissue are is a ground tissue. So ground tissues consist of parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Okay, please memorize back this part. Okay, we continue to the next question. Next question consists of 7 marks. If you look at here, the question compare and contrast the cyclic photophosphorylation and non-cyclic photophosphorylation for photosynthesis consists of 7 marks. So compare and contrast means that you need to give similarities and differences for this process. Okay, so what are the similarities of cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation? First, similarities: both reactions occur in the telecom membrane of chloroplast. Both reactions use photosystem 1, ferredoxin, cytochrome complex, and plastocyanin. Both reactions produce ATP. And the last similarities, I guess, both reactions absorb light with 700 nanometer wavelength. So all these points, maximum, you will only can get 3 marks. Because why? Because the examiner will usually already allocate, okay, for the similarities only 3 marks. Let's say you answer 5 points like this, you will the maximum only can get 3 marks because differences are more than similarities. So now let's look at the differences. Okay, differences. Okay, remember the keywords while. Okay, differences. Photolysis of water occurs in non-cyclic photophosphorylation, while no photolysis of water occurs in cyclic. Okay, then non-cyclic uses both photosystem, while while cyclic only uses photosystem 1. Okay, the source of electron for non-cyclic from the photolysis of water. Okay, while the source of electron for cyclic photophosphorylation from the recycled electron from photosystem 1. Okay, here the differences: source of electron. Previously, photolysis of water. Okay, it's not same thing. They are different things. Okay, now, sorry. In non-cyclic photophosphorylation, oxygen is produced as byproduct of photolysis of water, while in cyclic photophosphorylation, no oxygen is produced. So, okay, you write all these 4 points. Okay, you will get 4 marks from this, but I also got another points for the differences. So this question is very good to choose because let's say you forgot this point, another point will save you from losing marks from not completing the sentences for that point. Let's say this sentence. Okay, electron carriers in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation are plastoquinone, cytochrome complex, plastocyanin, ferredoxin, and enzyme NAD plus reductase, while the electron carriers in a cyclic photophosphorylation are ferredoxin, cytochrome complex, and plastocyanin. Let's say you forgot 2 points in the for the list of electron carriers in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation, so maybe you will lose mark, but it's only maximum 4 marks. So this point is another point. This one, another. This one will save you from losing total 1 mark. Okay. Can you understand what I'm trying to deliver? Okay, now the energy produced in non-cyclic photophosphorylation are ATP and NADPH, while the energy produced in cyclic photophosphorylation is ATP only. Okay, now photon with wavelength 680 nanometer and 700 nanometer both, right? Striped pigment molecules in photosystems in non-cyclic, while photon with wavelength 700 nanometer striped pigments molecules in photosystem in cyclic photophosphorylation only. Okay, so for all these points, differences points, maximum marks are 4 marks. Okay, now the last subunit of this question, 3 marks. Differentiate the C4 and CM pathway in fixing carbon into carbon cycle. So C4 plants uses spatial separation of steps in carbon fixation, while CM plant uses temporal separation of steps in carbon fixation. So C4 plants uses mesophyll cell for the first step of carbon fixation and uses bundle shift cell for the second step of carbon fixation, while CAM plant uses the same mesophyll cell for both steps of carbon fixation. Another point, for the differentiate C4 and CAM, C4 plant fixes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during daytime, while CM plant fixes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during nighttime. Okay, boring lah guna while. So we use whereas. Okay, in C4 plants, the malate produced will immediately diffuse from mesophyll cell to bundle shift cell, where the carbon cycle occurs. Whereas in CAM plant, the malate produced in the night will be stored in the vacuole, then later moves to the stroma of chloroplast during daytime. Okay, so for all these points, you will obtain 3 marks. Okay, so this question consists of 15 marks, and this question got 3 subunits, and they allocate 5, 3, and 7 marks. So this is a good choice for you to answer in the essay part. Okay, because the another point will save another losing point. All right. Okay, so you understand this. You just need to write the point precisely in order to get the full marks. Okay, that's all. So I hope you can write the full essay and submit to me. Okay, bye. See you again in the next class. All right, that's all. Bye.